Hi everyone, welcome to Outdoor Bound TV. I'm Kurt WALBECK. You know, I think as parents we all look forward to the opportunity to introduce our children to the outdoors, teaching them, guiding them, watching them succeed. Young Wesley Bruneski was looking forward to going on his very first big game hunt, a bear hunt in northern Manitoba with his father Chad. But sometimes things don't always go as they're planned.
So the first time I met Chad and Kobe, they came to our lodge for a fishing trip with their family. It was actually their first vacation they ever had as a family, and just a happy family. And it's something that you don't see a lot, and I have a lot of respect for, having kids myself, seeing how much time and effort that they put in, investing in them in the future of the outdoors. And that's when we found out Chad was becoming a conservation officer. And that's where the story kind of all began. We heard that Chad was deployed in Nunavut. That's where he got his first full-time job. And then I actually seen a report on social media about a conservation officer who passed away at work. And sure enough, because of that, of those people that you just don't forget, those ones that leave a mark on you, that was one of the names that was on the news.
Back in June, got to come up here, come around and help set up some bear baits, just to get to know what's going on with how to set it all up.
So Kobe ended up reaching out to us and asked about buying a hunt for her son as a gift from Chad. And it might sound harsh to some, but actually I wasn't excited to do that. And why I wouldn't be excited to take a kid out is because it just felt wrong. Because as someone who's looked up to in the industry, I really believe that we need to teach and we need to educate those first-time anglers, those first-time hunters. And for Wes just to show up and go and shoot a bear, just like so many people that we provide that service for, that wasn't what this was going to be about. This was going to be about Wes coming, Wes learning about the outdoors, learning how to bear hunt, and not just big game hunt in general, and actually get the whole attributes from the start to finish of what it takes to be a hunter, to be a conservationist, and to be that outdoorsman. And so we told Kobe that I'll do this on the exception, on the deal, that you just come up with Wes, I'll take him bear baiting, we'll just get him involved with the whole hunting aspect, and the rest is just all on us. So that's what we came up with. And so we had Wes come up in the spring. He came up bear baiting with us for our other hunters that were in camp while we're running our spring bear camp.
We went and poured the oats into the barrel. When you pour some oil into it, mix it all up so it doesn't all fall out the barrel.
So how does this barrel work?
So when the bears come, they'll pull it down, and all these little holes, they roll it, and then the oats and oil come out slowly, and then they'll lick, and then they'll eat all the oats. See how there's not very many oats around? Like this is all they've left.
Mm-hmm.
That's how they get it out.
Okay.
we have this propane thing. It's cut open. You put some icing in there, close it all up, and bear can lick out the icing. So it'll smell all that, come along and eat all that, but it'll stay there for a while. So that's. And then we brought in the peanut butter, and then things got dirty. Literally, we couldn't keep my jacket very long. We had it in a big cardboard barrel, so we had to take it from one barrel and put it into a plastic one. So I took a bucket, we were pouring it, it was very liquidy, we were pouring it from one barrel into the other with the buckets, and it got all over me, everywhere.
And then we had them come up in August, so we went and set out our baits. We see an activity, we taught them what to look for when you're looking for fall bear sign. You're looking for those berries. You're looking for where they're doing grubbing and ripping a lot of logs out. You're looking for tracks on track traps, wherever there's sand or water puddles where they have to walk around trails, ant hills, all the things that I'd look for when I'm setting up a bear bait. That's what we showed them. And then we made a blind covering, getting ready, because on the one bait I wanted to sit up in a blind, and so we made all the covering, had it all shrubbed in ready, so all we had to do was set up the pop-up, shrub it in a little bit, and everything was set.
Some of the things that I learned when looking for bears is to look for the berries that they like to eat. I also learned that looking for anthills, they'll tear up the anthills to eat the ants. They'll also tear up the logs, some rotten logs, to look for grubs. And you can also, like in the sandy spots along the trail, you can actually see their tracks as they walk across the trail. Some ways to find where to set up your bear baits.
So he got the full aspect of how we bait, why we bait, what we use as bait, and he got the full experience. And that's what we wanted to teach Wes, was not just to come and harvest an animal, but to have the respect for the hunt, have the respect for the animal, and respect for the outdoors.
Outdoor Bound TV is brought to you by Rapala and PK Lures.
Brady and I had gone and checked these cameras about 4 or 5 days before the hunt, so we knew that there was quality bears on both, but one was set up for a tree stand, one was set up for ground blind, and it's always more exciting when you're sitting on the ground face to face with an animal.
This is my first big game hunt ever. We're going to be going for a big Manitoba black bear. It's going to be fun.
We parked the quad, and then we walked a ways to get to the blind. When we got to the blind, it was already occupied. There were some bears there, 2 bears fighting over the barrel.
There's 2 bears fighting over the bait, but we can't get them quite yet, so Brady's gonna come in and scare them off with a quad. Two bears on the bait right now, and they are scrapping and not loving each other. And I can't tell if it's a black and a maroon. And this black bear looks decent, but I don't think it's the big one. But we're just gonna play it safe and go. Brady's gonna run back at the quad, push these bears off, because if it was me, I'd push right in. I'd get within 20 yards of this thing and just wait and make sure it was it and shoot. But we're taking a 13-year-old kid that's never shot anything before. He's never big game hunted. And to do respect of both Wes and respect to the bear, we've got to play it safe. And I hate pushing animals off with the bikes, I really do. But in this situation, I'd rather have a pushed off bear that we might not see again than a wounded bear. So when you're taking a kid hunting, you gotta think more about the kid than you. For most of us hunters, like I said, we just push right in and slide in and no big deal. But I can definitely tell this isn't the big guy.
So then we got to the bait, we refreshed it all. The bears stole a lot of it. So we've set up some icing on some trees, some caramel on the trees, some oats in the barrel, some icing in a barrel, and then we set up the blind and set it in the right spot, cover it with some branches, and then we put some chairs in the blind, put some cushions on the chairs. They're like wood seats and all that. They were really, really nice chairs. And then we got all set up. I got the gun on my knee and on a monopod, just so it was be easier to hold. I used my dad's gun on the hunt, and I think that was a really, really good idea. It was a really, really nice rifle, and it really meant a lot to me to be able to use what he used when he was hunting.
Brady pushed the bears away, so we had the opportunity to put the bait out and the blind up, so we're just sitting in the blind now. All we gotta do is wait.
About 2 hours later, a bear came in, brown sow came in and ate around the bait a little bit, went around the bait, licking up some icing. And then I think it was like half an hour after that happened, a nice big black bear came in.
This black bear with a big dark muzzle and had a great big ring of a blaze, so it was pretty easy to distinguish, and it acted like it was very dominant on the bait. Once we had decided that that was the bear, Wes learned that once you have that bear up and you've got your gun up, you can't take your face off that cheek plate. You have to keep it following along with the bear. And so the bear gave us a few opportunities, but he couldn't get the gun back up in time. And I didn't want to talk. Remember, this is about teaching a first timer how to hunt and how to be in the outdoors. And so that bear left, and we all thought, oh boy, we may have missed our opportunity, although there was a few other bears that were on that bait via the camera. So I gave the opportunity for Wes. I said, you know, Wes, when that bear is in and we know we want to take it, just follow it along, and you have to be ready for that shot. You can't expect an animal to stop for you to raise your rifle, get everything in position, and shoot. You have to be ready that when it gives you that shot opportunity for that ethical kill, you're ready to take it.
Suddenly, like 2 minutes later, I looked over and saw the bear coming back through the branches. I'm like, oh, look, the bear's coming back, the bear's coming back. So we all looked, we all got ready, and because we had figured that it was a boar and we were gonna take the shot. So we were just waiting for the right time now. It was coming around, it sat at the barrel, ate some more oats, just about ready, almost ready, came around, and then it stopped right in front of the barrel and just stood.
Did I get him? Oh, you dusted him. I dusted him. You dusted him. Okay. Yeah, man. Yeah. So, now what? Now we wait. I could see air coming out from where you shot. Yeah, buddy, Knuckles. You got him? I think so. Yes. Shh. We gotta be quiet now. Listen. Listen for the crash. I aimed up halfway. I used one of the crosshairs going down to go right above the elbow. Yeah. And then when you said I could shoot, I shot. Right on.
My heart beats going like really, really fast. I'm just sitting there like jittering. It was great. I looked over at Bryan. I'm like, did I get him? Did I get him? And Bryan was like, yeah, you got him. Right in the lungs. You could see the air actually go out of his lungs, and it was insane. And so we had to wait for like 15 minutes. It was the longest 15 minutes of my life.
And there's blood right there. Big blood. He's already bleeding heavy. Awesome job, buddy.
Yeah. We show respect to the animals always.
Nice ethical kill.
Ethical kill, short track job. Awesome hunt, man. This is what memories are all about. Yeah. What a great bear. Lift him up, man. Lift him up.
The first time I laid my hands on the bear, I had feelings of respect, excitement, amazement. It was great. You can't really explain it. It was amazing.
Congratulations! Well done! I'm gonna almost in tears. Wow!
This hunt was one of the most important things that has ever happened, because it's the first big game hunt. This is super important stuff. This is stuff I can use all my life. This is stuff that I need to know. It was really good stuff. Plus, it was really, really fun.
Outdoor Bound TV is brought to you by Yakima Bait Company and Tooth Tamer Rods.
You know, no one will be able to fill in the role that Officer Chad Bruneski was to play in his son Wesley's life. But it's times like these, when the unexpected happen, that we rely on heroes. Heroes like Bryan Bogdan, his wife Alyssa, and guide Brady, as they stepped in to fill in the gaps. And for young Wesley, they filled in a pretty big gap. Folks, we hope that you'll join us again here next week when we'll bring you more great hunting and fishing action from around the U.S., around Canada, and around the world, right here on Outdoor Bound TV.
Outdoor Bound TV is brought to you by Mission Crossbows and HHA Sports.
Well, kids are on the other side and clients are supposed to be coming in, so welcome to my life. I'm gonna clip it, okay? I'm gonna clip it on this.
That's a guy, Brady.
Oh my gosh, and here come my kids. Via back there, way back on the film somewhere. Okay.
Outdoor Bound TV is brought to you by Matthews Archery and Vortex Optics.